Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sandy Ferrell, and I'm a longtime sponsored rider for RJ Classics. So I'm here today just to go over how my daily routine goes when it comes time to cleaning my boots after a long day's work and getting them polished and ready to go into the show ring. So remember, there's lots of little crevices and creases in your boots. So I like to start with a toothbrush to go around where the leather meets the sole and just make sure we get all that dust out of there, especially around your toe caps. Your toes end up collecting a lot of footing, shavings, wherever you might be going throughout your day. And then I was always taught that rather than using a soap cleanser, just take a damp sponge, a damp little towel, and just kind of get what you can see on top of the boots. Again, in all those little nooks and crannies. I had the Ego 7, which this is unzipped, so I have to take this out, get on between there. If you have the spur rest, the same thing. And just kind of get the loose dirt, any sort of mud. If you have a horse that, might sweat a little bit, make sure you get all the sweat out of all the creases. And I recently, in the later years of my life, learned an interesting thing about polishing boots. I always got very frustrated after I polished my boots, that if I were to sit in the chair and cross my legs, what do you think happens? You get boot polish on your opposite leg that's on the bottom. Also, sometimes when we get polish too high on the back of our boot, and when we get done riding, we get off and then we have back polish that is smeared back here on our show britches. So I learned that a more neutral or a clear cream polish will give you the same shine as a black or a brown, but without the after effects of having a little bit of a mess afterwards. Also, same thing, if some of the black polish gets in the creases, the crevices, and when you buff, you don't completely get them out, then sooner or later they're gonna get on your hands and probably touch your white shirt, touch your horse, whatever you may come into contact with. So I like this brand, the Urad of the natural polish. So I just take a little dab and you'll see it gives a nice shine, just as if I was putting the black polish on. And again, you gotta take your time to get in all those little nooks and crannies. Because remember, you wanna look your best when you go in the show ring, right? And it's also a good habit to make sure you take good care of any of your leather products, your boots, bridle, saddles, everything that's involved in the horses and in the barn, because they do take a beating. So I think this looks almost, or pretty daggone close, to you having put black polish on. So I usually just give that a second to dry. And with these cream polishes, you almost don't need a brush to give them a lot of shine because the shine happens naturally. Now I do resort to the black polish or your brown polish, depending on what color boots you wear, because I do know that the toes get scuffed up very badly on our boots. So once that has all dried, and normally I would take another sponge, different sponge obviously, I just take a little black, make sure that toe looks super, super shiny. I also like to go around the bottom of my boot a little bit more with the black, not so much on the inside because you don't want that to get on your horse, especially if you ride or happen to be riding a gray horse. Like I said, up here we're not going to put any black, and I'm careful back here on the back of the boot also because it's against your horse and we don't want any of that to go on to the horse. So those are my best tips for you as far as cleaning your boots, keeping them shiny. Remember, they're all part of our appearance. Riding in the show ring is all about appearance, so you always want everything to look your best. If you get in a pinch and you don't have time to clean your boots as well as you would like to, remember, you can always resort to a little super shine, these little sponges that do a fantastic job in a few minutes if, like I said, if you're in a pinch or you just want to do a little touch-up. So good luck with everything. Good luck at the horse shows. Thanks for looking so great. And I just want to thank RJ Classics for this beautiful Harley black camo vest, because now that the weather's getting cool, it's unbelievable and so stylish. Thank you, RJ Classics. Have a great day.